Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Game Rate, a series where we look at a game and determine if it's worth your time or if it ain't worth a dime. Today's title, we will be looking at Humankind, TM. Now, let us open up to our first chapter. Starting from the beginning, and we do mean the beginning, we can see a soft shaded cartoon, all while keeping a lively world full of fire, wildlife, friends, and or foes, with beautiful opportunities to come along. However, before we get deep into everything, let's take a look at your own leader. You can customize your own person with different hairstyles, a variety of skin tones, and even attributes like scars or blemishes. It gives you this idea to go from leader to a god of your own people. You'll meet other such novelties that come with their own personas and looks, all while carrying their own voice lines to add to their characteristics. The animation is very smooth between each cutscene, and characters look to the age they were raised in. You choose Egyptians, you'll see pharaohs and pyramids as such. And that goes with the other historical groups as well. The HUD of the game can be simple, but all over the place as well. It all depends on what's going on. I don't like the giant-sized characters that we are given, as it takes away from the feeling of being human, and battles look underwhelming at first, but do pick up momentum as you upgrade your civilizations. For starters, Vigils get a big-time B+. With much subtlety, we are given nice, simple music while hearing the wilderness in our ears, as if we were actually there. Voice lines are strong and straightforward, and the narrator does an amazing job keeping my interest in the cutscenes.
I find your proposition outlandish at best.
I'm not sure what you're doing is such a good idea.
The battle music picks up the pace, gives your heart a good beat, and the overall background sound when upgrading civilizations just adds to the time periods. If you're more in ancient times, you'll hear more hammers clanking away at rock, metal. If you get too closer to the future, you'll hear more electronics, you'll hear more lightning, more pizzazz. The sound department was definitely a high priority and was nailed down pretty well. Sounds scream to an A. Now, I shall admit, I did go into the game blind, as I do with most of these games. And I had accidentally, so to say, skipped the tutorial. And you're probably going to call me an idiot, however, I think I would still feel the same way after learning the gameplay at a slower pace. I knew everything was going to be a point and click for the most part, but for my base control movements to not register, and for the game to seemingly get stuck on the same procedure, and to not allow me to move on, doesn't help the situation. Pacing is very slow, with some pickup if things go your way. However, a 4-space move limit is just way too small to work with. Going 4 spaces, end your turn, next turn, 4 spaces, end your turn, next turn is just way too slow. I feel like this game needed to be just go at it and go with it. People will adjust and things will happen. Battling seems to be just a boring chess match, with me placing my troops in specified areas and watching them adjust with possible help from their leader. Maybe. I'm not the best strategist. The HUD constantly pops things up too, with barely any details on why. It kind of made things extremely annoying when I couldn't see past half of the things that were on my screen. There are quite a bit of positives though. The different choices all have their positives and negatives, so your choice matters, and gives you an almost endless replayability. The skill tree and history group choices are very straightforward, and simple to figure out at that. And to finish up the gameplay, I feel that even though you may like easy or medium difficulty, trying to work around the controls and random effects just makes the game feel extremely difficult naturally, so you must be patient with it. Gameplay gets a underwhelming C-. If not for the struggles of gameplay, I believe this game is a very good time passer, and can be very fun when played properly. There are not many flaws on purpose. However, you're trying to find some, and you'll probably be trying very hard to. I believe you'll find a decent amount by accident. I believe this game deserves a B- all around, just because of all the underlying issues with gameplay. Now, if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and subscribe below. And while you're down there, leave a comment for a game you'd like to see covered on a future episode of Game Raider. We always love to take suggestions. Till then, we will see you next time.